There you go.
Let's go.
No,
Let's go.
10,
Let's go.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Aquí.
Bienvenido.
Hey,
You're
hey.
welcome.
Buenos lunes, my people. Buenos lunes.
What up?
Well, you said buenos what?
Buenos
Lunes.
noches. Buenos
Buenos
noches.
noches.
No, it's a good Monday.
It's how you say Monday again?
I was like, what?
Lunas.
It's
Lunas.
lunes.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Luna is the moon. Lunes.
It's a moon
is-
day.
is moon. Oh my
It's
gosh.
a moon day.
Corey, I can't with you. I
This is how we're
can't.
starting.
That's a dad joke. If that's not a
Hey.
dad joke, I don't know what is it.
I want to
Yeah.
say we all dads over here. Even
We
Dr.
are.
Pooh, he an honorary stepdad over there. So
That's
Well,
Shout
right.
out.
I'm
Shout
I'm a
out
role
to the
model in a
honorary
way.
stepdads.
Sure.
There
Yeah.
you go. Yep.
hey man, for all the role models and stepdads and the dads of the world, right there,
Father
man. Hey,
figures. Yep.
yes,
Yeah.
I love that, man. Hey, you know what? We're back. We took a week off.
Yeah.
It's been it was cool. It was needed, man. But we are in episode 70 of Technically Speaking, when we are giving you news.
That you
you
can
can
use.
Yeah,
What
baby.
you got to tell these folks, Corey, man? What should they be doing if they checked in, man?
Man, now that you checked in and you getting settled in, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and tell a friend and tell a friend.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yep.
Happy Indigenous People Day to everybody, or
Yes.
Columbus Day to others as well.
The
Whatever.
only Christopher
Is it a
I
holiday?
acknowledge is Christopher Wallace.
Hey,
I've been waiting to say that.
hey, that was right on time, man. How did y'all spend y'all federal holiday off? If y'all got it off, I don't know if everyone got it off,
No.
but
I was off.
now, I was off-ish.
Yes, I took the day off.
All right. You took the day off.
Yeah. I was looking for my mail, honestly. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. And then I called my brother, who's a mailman, and he picked up. Because normally he don't pick up. So when he
He's
picked up,
working.
I'm like, oh, you off. He was like, yeah.
Federal holiday.
It's a federal holiday. Yeah.
Yep.
But I don't understand why the California, like the LA Unified School District, they didn't get it off.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
So
great.
there's a few districts here too in the San Antonio area that they did have school today, and why they do that is if there's a bad weather makeup day that needs to be made up for the school year, they'll use one of these other like lower end, not a major federal holiday to kind of make that up.
Oh.
Did we get Columbus Day off when we were in school? I don't
Yes.
remember.
Yes.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
I remember every holiday. Look, there was only
We
one
sure
month.
did.
There was only 1 month when we was in school that we did not have a day a day off, and that was March.
Yeah,
I
there's
was
no
like-
holidays in March, huh?
There wasn't. Even Easter landed on a Sunday. And then
We got gypped. We got
And
gypped.
I was looking forward to it. I was like, every new school year, okay, so what day of the week we're gonna be off this month? And then this month. Because I mean, that's how, you know what I'm saying? You never went to school for a whole full month unless you were off track or on track. And if y'all remember those days back,
I remember that year-round school. Yep.
Yeah, year-round.
I remember that. Yep.
Which is apparently a thing now. Somebody, my uncle, when I was in New Mexico recently, he had told me they have year-round school. I'm like, what does that mean? He's like, oh, like every couple months they get like a 3-week break, but they go through school all year long.
All
I was
year
like,
round.
oh, that's
Yep.
gotta suck.
Yeah.
But I'm
It
sure it's
depends
got.
on what time your vacation is.
I was about to
Does it
say,
have different
I'm
seasons?
sure it's got pros and cons, right? But
Yeah.
my daughter right now, she's on a fall break. And when she told me this, I'm like, the hell's a fall break, bro? Like, we get Thanksgiving, like Thanksgiving was the fall break. She's like, no, Mom, we get Thursday and Friday and then Columbus Day. And I was like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
have a whole
I
5
had
days.
never heard of that. I never
No
heard of
fall
a fall break. Our kids got that too. One kid, because he goes to Idea School, had Thursday and Friday off. And then my daughter just had that one Friday, and then my other daughter had the one Friday, and they were like, "Yeah, it's fall break." I'm like, "What's that?" Never heard of that. I like it. I mean, I
fall
wish
break
we
is
had.
Thanksgiving break. I mean,
Yeah.
same.
But you want to know what? Y'all
What's
want to
that?
know something?
What's
You know
pop?
what didn't break?
What didn't break?
The damn government shutdown. It's still locked down. It's going
Damn it,
strong and going along. And the crazy part about it is, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people who are not getting paid, right?
Mhm.
However,
Yeah.
However, our military government workers, they are getting paid based off of Apple News, according to Apple News, that President Donald Trump or I forgot the gentleman, Department of Defense,
Pete Hegseth.
Pete Hegseth.
He's the Department of War.
Department of War.
That's right.
PH said, "I'm Doctor, the brother man. I'm gonna just call him PH because I can't. I want to sneeze when I say hex.
I can't say it either.
Hexted? What?
Yeah.
All right. Tell us what happened, Corey. Give us the news.
So, President Donald Trump made sure and ordered all available funds to go towards paying our active military employees, and I think." If you're serving the country and you're not getting paid, you probably want to serve a little bit less. If you're not, I'm not going to dodge that many bullets for you if I'm not getting paid after so long. I'm be like, you know what?
I heard that, man.
I can go home.
Hey, that's real though. It can affect the mission when people are like, why should I go do that?
Yeah.
I understand I signed up for this, but I signed up to get paid too. I didn't sign up to do it for free. It makes it hard. I'll tell you what. We're legally obligated to fulfill
100%
that contract. It's kind of hard. It's like a catch-22, if you will.
Yeah, dude, I was active duty on the last one, 2018, man, and we was talking our trash like, man, we don't get paid. I ain't showing up. You try to act tough, but we still had to show up.
Yeah. Formations at 06. I will see you there.
Oh, man. What happens? That's a court martial for you guys, right? And like,
nah, it ain't no court martial.
It depends. It depends because it's a progressive thing, right? If you've never been in trouble before, you don't just go straight to a court martial. But if you've been in a lot of trouble and that's where you are in that progressive discipline program, right? Then yeah, it can happen.
It's gonna be a couple Article 15s before you reach IG level.
Explain what an Article 15 is, because I think when you say Article 15, I'm thinking about a gun. Like,
is that like an amendment or something?
No, it is not. Geronimo, did you know an airman who got an Article 15?
I did. Yeah, I've had to write those papers. I had to write a couple of those up. Yep.
What does that do?
So an Article 15 is definitely a bit of a stain on your career because it's like a severe disciplinary measure that's taken for a soldier, an airman, however you will, and a military member that falls under the UCMJ, because we all have to follow, sometimes
Uniform Code of Military
Justice. Yes, I'm sorry. Uniform Code of Military Justice, UCMJ. It's kind of interesting when you're in the military, you got to be careful because not only do you fall under the UCMJ laws and regulations, but you also fall under civilian ones. So if you get in trouble outside of uniform, you get in trouble in uniform too. It's going to follow you. It's not like it's a quiet hush thing. No, your commander will find out.
Yeah.
And you could get demoted. It just depends on the extent of what it is that you did. So, but it's a severe disciplinary measure that can be caused loss of pay, loss of pay. You can be confined to the barracks, kind of like you being grounded.
Yeah.
You can be demoted. It just depends on what action you took for you to get an Article 15. And did you do something to try to fix it? Or did you say F it and you just Charlie Mike with your day?
Yeah.
It just depends. But I'm back to our quick news segment. I'm glad to hear that they're looking for funds to get our folks in uniform paid, because even though the government is not coming in right now, our airmen are still coming in. Our airmen are still running the skiff, so they still have to be at work. And they should in fact be getting paid for every single time they don that uniform. They should in fact be getting paid. No excuses.
None at all. I support that too, man. I mean, the people that volunteer, it's a volunteer service, right? So, I mean, you volunteer, but I still want you to be able to pay your bills and feed your family and stuff like that, man. I will say this, man. Yeah. When that happened, when I was in, they didn't find no money. Good thing is, for those of us that have USAA, they have a program where they essentially will front you the money because they know they're like, you're gonna get paid eventually. So those of us that had USAA, we got like basically like a interest-free loan from USAA.
Right.
They deposited our money anyway because they knew eventually they would get it back. So that's what carried me through the last shutdown.
I was going to say the same thing. I think Navy Federal, Randolph Brooks Federal Credit Union does, Navy does, USAA does, and a couple other very U.S. military friendly banks to our service members. They will typically offer an interest-free loan because they know that they'll get it back, which will help members get out. And hey, listen, if you're in the military and you don't belong to a military friendly banking app, I highly encourage you to get on board with that.
Yeah. If anyone
definitely want to get on board with that for times like these, right?
Yeah.
I won't encourage you to pick one select one. Honestly, it doesn't matter as long as you and your family are taken care of at the end of the day. But I'm pretty sure an interest-free loan would be good right about now.
Dr. Poole,
hey man, are those air traffic controllers still not working? Also, what's up with the airports? Last I heard about the air traffic controllers, like not getting paid also, so they're not working.
And so when you think about what air traffic controllers do, right? The airports will not shut down because those are regulated by the Federal Aviation Administration, by the FAA, I believe, and because those are considered very necessary jobs to keep the United States going. Those individuals obviously still have to come into work, but whether or not they are going to be part of this, I'm not sure. I hope that they are, but I don't know.
Right. I can tell you one thing. There has been some airports that have been affected because I was traveling over the last 5 days, and some people flights got delayed. Some people flights got canceled because of the fact that because of the government shutdown. Like I belong to a tribe group, to this online church I attend, Transformation Church, and the leader of the tribe that I'm a part of, she had to not attend because she had to stay back because of the government shutdown, right? And I was like, ouch, that have to, you know what I'm saying? You plan the whole year to go do something and then you can't attend.
Yeah.
But then you want to know what else kind of hurts? There were people at the airport who had you know what I'm saying, had a round trip ticket, but their trip back, the airport shut down, so they had to find another way to go around to getting back home. So, you know, this is very, very, very strange times. I was just praying to God to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, that we were able to do what we could do. Like go and come back without any issue, man. But I do have a soft spot for those who are working with the public and cannot get paid because of the fact
TSA.
TSA. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Because real talk, you just got just think about it. You got to deal with attitudes and spirits and people who all day, and then the people who work graveyard, they got to do that, and they're not getting paid. And then it's saying it's a possibility now where you may not get paid and you may get fired. So it's like
a lot of stress, man. That's a lot of stress, man.
Our government needs to get it together, really. Everybody needs to come to agreement because you know what? The only people that are suffering are us. Them up there, y'all remember them up there? They asses ain't suffering at all.
But I can guarantee you this: if the worse it get, it's gonna get to the point where they're gonna suffer, because every silver lining has a silver lining. You know,
people suffering already.
Yeah, no, I'm talking when Bobby says the people up there, she's talking about the 1% and the 1% of the 1%.
I'm talking about the 1%ers, the ones who don't fall under the category of us lowly peasants.
You
know damn well that's how they talk about us in like private rooms. And let me be real quick to let you know too, like, don't you ever let somebody think that taking away our Second Amendment rights is okay, because that Second Amendment right is what gives us the other amendments that we fall under, the constitutional rights, because those guns are set to make sure that you cannot rise up against a tyrannical government when everybody is armed. Okay.
Well, wait a minute. The freedom of speech is the first one, right?
Yeah.
It seems like they really taking that away.
Point, man. You know what this highlights, man. And because I did a video about the government shutdown too, in terms as far as how it affects government contractors. But just in general, man, like we've had conversations offline about financial what was the word? Financial literacy, right? Part of that, man, is you got to be able to have some money stacked up, man. I mean, the rule of thumb is have 6 months worth of expenses saved. Easier said than done. I get it. You know what I mean? Like coming from humble beginnings, right? It's not always simple to do that, but I mean, you got to sacrifice. Maybe not buy some Jordans for a few months or
limit going out to eat. When you start looking through your budget, you're like, where's this $2,000?
Yeah.
Cut down on some of your streaming services.
Cut down on some of those premium services. And you know what? We're going to get to that too. I like how you did that. I like how you did that. And you may have to skip going to a concert or two. And speaking of a concert or two, there's something else that happened recently. And let me pull this up real quick, man.
Breezy boy.
This ain't coming from me. This coming from ABC right here, man. We gonna
hold on.
Right here.
Bro, can I go for it.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Right.
Before he pressed this beautiful plus.
No, I'm not playing anything. I just wanted everyone to see the article. I just wanted but you could touch on the article. Go ahead. Take us in on this one. So
what I would like to say is the bird is back in the cage. Okay. The bird is back in the cage. You know what I'm saying? If you see the Not Like Us video, which I think you have, because over half of the population of the world has seen that video. At the very last 15 seconds of it, you see Kendrick staring at this cage, right? Or the camera's looking at him. He's looking at the camera. The camera's looking at him. He's looking at the camera. Then it's switch, and then there's a bird in the cage, right? That bird happens to be an owl, and we already know who's the reference from him. Is putting the bird back in the cage because, we say snitches get stitches and thrown in ditches, right? Your boy Drake, say Drake. I heard that. Yeah. Your defamation lawsuit is thrown out the window.
It's out of here.
Out of here. Number two, I was looking online and they was like, well, why don't Drake just sue Kendrick? Because you can't sue him for something he didn't do. You know what I'm saying? And then now I see if Kendrick rode up to you in Toronto.
Hold on real quick. I want to add something to that real quick. Because y'all was talking about the First Amendment rights. So that's part of it too. That's part of it too. So there's got to factor that in there too. Yep. So that is something that was discussed during this whole debacle. You know what I mean? But continue, sir. Continue.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I think ever since the fact that the beef to me, I mean, was really, really, really good for hip hop. Right?
It was. It was.
But it also showed me why I stopped liking Drake, because of the fact that he tried to go below the belt. Right? He went and talked about a man's family. Right? He tried to throw discord inside a community of where Kendrick he's not the type of person who goes and say something about your family unless you talk about his family. Right?
Yeah. Hey, when you go low, I go lower.
And he said that in the song. He said,
I go underground.
He said, if you take it there, I'm going to take it further.
Yep.
And let's go ahead and take the span, right? The brother man dropped the album, dropped music. And he was like, I know he's going to drop something. Mm-hmm. So I got something for him. And as soon as Drake dropped, what was it? Tailor Made? He hit him right back at him with something else. And then Drake had a week to respond, and he did with some bum song. And then Kendrick was like, you know what? Let's go ahead. I'm just gonna prove it to you. Hit him with Not Like Us.
Yeah, that was
Not Like Us. That's it. I mean, I'm pretty sure Kendrick had like several more in the chamber, because if you look at GNX, he didn't really mention Drake's name at all on that album. He said, you know what I'm saying, old boy. He called him old boy, but we already knew what he meant by that.
I'm gonna tell you what though, man. This was like I want to say it's the longest running beef, just because of I want to say the notoriety it got. You know what I mean? Like even if you take it back to like Hit 'Em Up, you like Pac, when Pac went after Biggie, like that went for a while, but dude, like that initial thing that sparked this whole thing off was that Is You Like That with Future, right? That was damn near 2 years ago. And then Not Like Us, that dropped what, like March-ish, April last year, because we started talking about it right when we started this show. It was early on, man. That was like one of the first topics we talked about, which is why I wanted us to like cover it. It was like we were talking about TikTok and the Drake and Kendrick beef.
Well, here's the difference, man. Like you mentioned, the Biggie and Tupac, and even almost every rivalry after that was always solved one or two ways. They either got down and scrapped, or they ended up shooting it out. And I mean, if you look at what happened with Kendrick and the other dude, J. Cole, right? So they beefed, and Kendrick Lamar went and smacked him across the face or something, and then it stopped the beef, you know. And that was normally how shit got settled, or somebody walked into somebody's shop and, you know, like when T.I. went down to Texas, you know what I'm saying? And or not T.I., but what's his name? Yeah.
It was
when T.I. was beefing with the dude from Houston. What was his name?
I know you're talking about damn, it can't come to mind.
Dude rolled up to his neighborhood with his crew, was rolling all around homeboy's neighborhood with his crew. Like, where you at? Where you at?
Flip. Yeah. He had that. This is the way we bow.
Yeah. And that's how Killers is doing it in America here. Young cats is rolling up on each other while they videotaping each other, live streaming and shit, you know? Give me your chain.
Yeah.
Break yourself. Give me your money.
Dude, and then also too, what was different about this beef was Kendrick used the Super Bowl to
I can't believe they let him do that.
He had the Super Bowl.
They didn't let him. If you notice when he said, you know what I'm saying, certified lover boy, certified, he didn't say nothing. The whole stadium said it. And then they came back with the wop, 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 wop.
Yeah. That was on a whole nother level, man. There's never been a time in the history of hip hop that I can ever say that something like that happened in a beef, or an opponent in that beef was able to leverage a platform like the Super Bowl. Hey, man, I tell you what, I will say it was just very entertaining, man. It was very entertaining because hip hop had got kind of stagnant for a while, man. Yeah. It was boring, but that made it interesting.
We were so busy talking about, listening to Sexy Red. Do your dance, go. Do your dance, go.
Go sexy. Go say. You right. Yeah, nah. It pulled us out of that.
It pulled us out. Yeah, we was hypnotized, bro. We was hypnotized.
Ain't no front. I was too, man, because I was like, go sexy.
Yeah. But, to sum it all up, the thing about it is, if you be strategic in any game that you play, you get more than a win. Kendrick was very strategic. Yeah. He not only won Grammys off of that song. He won 5 Grammys from that song, right? Mm-hmm. He also won the opportunity to perform at the Super Bowl. Yep. He also not only won an Emmy for the Super Bowl.
That's right. I forgot about that.
You know what I'm saying? And in his interviews that he did do, he never was like, F this dude, F that dude. The other side of the coin, Drake he seen people at the pop out and he started dissing them. Like, you mad that LeBron is at the pop out? LeBron is an LA, he's an LA Laker. Of course he's gonna be at the pop out. If he's not at the pop out, we gonna be like, what's up? And then you're gonna go ahead and try to, and it seems like he goes and talk about LeBron doing stuff that's, you know what I'm saying, outside of the character that we know LeBron. Why can't you keep them issues to yourself and you try to dismantle or damage somebody's image and personality? Mm-hmm. That shows you the type of character you are outside of the hip hop area. You know what I'm saying? That means that I wouldn't rock with you. I don't care if you wanted to endorse the channel. If he wanted to send y'all back, y'all gonna have to cut me loose. Because real talk, because it's the integrity and the character of that person. You don't know what type of individual he will be later on down the line.
Yeah.
And
well, I think also too, man. I want to say this was the first time Drake really took a loss. Like he took a loss with Pusha T, but I love Pusha T and I'm a huge Pusha T fan, right? But it wasn't on that grand of a scale because Pusha T didn't have the same type of mainstream audience that Kendrick has. So I think it was ego. I want to say it's ego, man. It always comes down to ego, man, because he was your boy Drake was getting a little out of pocket, and this defamation case was way out of pocket too because he was accusing the label of doing as far as like trying to basically juice up the spins and plays and stuff like that, right? They do that for all the big artists, man. I was watching an interview with Tekashi 6ix9ine, and he made a very good point. And this was on DJ Vlad, so shout out to DJ Vlad. But he made a point that when Tekashi 6ix9ine was like up there, right? He said he literally paid for the #1 Billboard spot. He paid for it, and then so he was like, I did that to make a point to show that you can pay for the #1 spot. If you have enough money, you just pay for it. So Drake calling the label out for doing that for Kendrick, boy, you know they've been doing that for you these last 15 years. You know what I mean? Like,
And so to answer his question on one of his songs, what did he miss? That's what you missed, bro.
That's what you missed. Oh, hey, that's a good way to end that, man. You know what I'm starting to miss a little bit? I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm starting to miss Cable, dog. Starting to miss Cable. Starting to miss Cable a little bit, man.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
What started me on this journey of missing Cable, because I know I'm probably sounding like I'm coming far left out of this, right? Let me share a little article with you. Oh, that's not what I'm trying to do. See, the emotion got real, man.
You feel it in your clicks. Like clicking the button. I don't want y'all to get the wrong clicks.
So recently, according to Geekspin, Disney officially announced they're going to shut down Hulu. Hulu's getting shut down after 20 years of being out, and I've been rocking with Hulu for a minute now, right? Which sounds cool, but when I was reading into this story, this is what caught my attention. The thing that caught my attention was these prices is going up, man. They're going up. And I'm like, they've already gone up a couple of times since you know, I've been with Disney Plus. And one thing that I noticed, man, with Disney Plus and other apps is you got to start paying for no commercials. So like this I went on a whole journey through a rabbit hole. I was like, wait a minute, if they're starting to make you pay for ad free, I noticed it on Amazon Prime, right? I've been noticing on like a bunch of different apps, and I was like, yo, like when I got over to the streaming apps, the main appeal was no commercials, right? I'm down to pay you if I ain't gotta have no commercials, and the on-demand aspect of it, right? So like I'm just like, man, I'm reading this, I'm like, okay, if they're doing it, how many other of the streaming apps are doing that? And I got a question for y'all. How many streaming apps do y'all use?
Damn, bro.
Me? I use at least 4 to 5. If I count music on my cell phone, I use like 8 or 9. And a lot of them I pay separately. Like Pandora, I pay an extra $5 for no commercials. Peacock, I pay extra for no commercials. Netflix, originally I was paying extra for no commercials. Yeah, man, it's like an extra $5 charge on each of those things, man.
That's wild.
You said you got 9 apps.
Yeah, if I add the stuff on my phone too, Pandora, iHeartRadio, all those ones, subscriptions are subscriptions, right?
Yeah, no, subscriptions are subscriptions, right?
I think ours is like Disney Plus, Peacock, and Amazon Prime. And then my husband just asked me this morning, actually, he's like, hey, go ahead and cancel Disney Plus.
Really?
Because we got another deal that we use. I ain't gonna say what it is.
I know what it is.
You ain't know
that
nothing, Corey.
That stream box.
Sir, You don't know.
I'm gonna have to holler at you offline for that deal, cause
I will be more than happy to tell you what it is offline. But because of
Yeah.
that, like we don't like I ain't just gonna pay for it. Like if I got something else. But I will tell you this: when they started laying fiber out here where I live out in the country, it's already hard to get good internet out here. We saw Spectrum trucks coming up and down our block. I'm like, what are they doing out here? Well, we ended up my husband because he's a gamer. He starts talking to these guys. He's like, hey, what are y'all doing? They were like, oh, we're laying down fiber because they're building up some brand new subdivisions out where we live, which is stupid because the whole point of moving out to the country is so you ain't got people living next to you, but it don't matter.
oh, they coming.
They still, they are coming.
Yeah.
Anyways, but because of that, it makes the idea of moving out here more appealing to people if they know that there's good internet.
Yeah.
And so because of that, Spectrum gave us 1 free year of Spectrum phone service. And then I think for an extra $5 on our internet bill, they gave us a whole Spectrum Live deal. So it's like it's all cable TV.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
able to
dope.
watch
That's
able to
dope.
watch stuff. And so I'm like, oh, well, okay. I guess we can do some cable again. And they said it's an extra $5 because I think they're not getting a whole lot of people getting your typical cable, right? Nobody's getting satellite dishes or anything like that anymore because it's not what people want.
The streaming apps took over. The streaming. How about you, Corey? How many apps you got?
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. Be honest with you, because
that bro gave it away.
Y'all know that's my favorite word. What happened? Let me be real quick.
What happened was
I cut the cable. I cut the cord from cable like about 4 years ago because I did the math, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was paying $263 a month, and I had HBO, Cinemax, before it was HBO and Max. I had Stars and I had Showtime, and then Paramount and all these other companies started coming along. This was before Paramount and Showtime did the collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
Black Friday came around, and I was like, I did the math. I was like, how much would it be if I just got the internet only with Spectrum? And it was like, it's only $50 for the first 2 years. And then I was like, okay. And then they were like, they charge, how they upsell you. Well, for $5 more, you can get a digital. You can get the digital channels. And I was like, what comes with the digital channels? I'm like, oh, my wife like Golden Girls. $5. Boom, boom. I got it right.
Boom. Hey, you got me with the Golden Girls.
And then I did the subscription. Yeah, Golden Girls, man. Man, I love me some Golden Girls. So what I ended up doing is I bought all the streaming. I bought all the streaming packages because it was new then. Like Disney Plus was $9.99.
Everything was $9.99.
Yeah. You right on that.
You know what I'm saying? You also got the Showtime with Paramount Plus packaging. And I was like, oh, so I did the math, and I was like, I was only paying $55 more, no, $60 more if I got all these streaming packages. So I got, think about 7 of them, to be honest. I got 7 of them. And my internet cable bill was a total of $120, so I saved $140.
And this
I got a question
4
too.
years ago. This was 4 years ago.
This is 4 years ago. And so when they started sending me, letting me know that my subscription is going to be renewed at the regular price, a little birdie told me, like, you should just go ahead and create another email and get the new promo. So I listened to that little birdie because, I talked to myself and had to remind myself that I got to pay for this stuff. So I was like, boom, boom, boom. And I did that. And so what I ended up doing every Black Friday, and this is news that you can use from your big brother, Corey. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead, create an email specifically for it, make it, streamer email at Gmail, Yahoo, whatever, and then get those subscriptions. And then when that year comes around, put a .1 in front of it, and then create another email and get the package again. And
that'll help. So how many apps did you say you have?
6.
You got 6 of them. So I think I got everybody beat because I got like 9. And this isn't even including my music streaming apps. I didn't even think about.
I didn't use music.
Because Dr. Cool had said the music streaming app. So I did some math, right? Yeah. So I got Netflix, Stars, Roku, Paramount Plus, HBO Max, YouTube Premium, because that is a streaming platform too. I watch a lot of movies and stuff on there. Peacock.
I have YouTube Premium.
Disney Plus, and Prime, right? So when I add all that up, I'm paying $80.92. And none of them, these are with the ads. So like all of the ones that have the options to ad free, I don't have no ad free options because I'm cheap. Or economical. I'm thrifty.
I'm frugal.
You need to start watching
You are
Tubi.
frugal.
I'm fiscally responsible.
There you go.
I got the free.
That's smart. Yeah.
So,
I
but
got a question.
hold on. Let me finish going through this real quick. So, but and I was doing some more math. So that's what I'm paying right now. With the ads, right? But if I was to upgrade all the ones that have the options with the ads, then my monthly bill is gonna go up to $121.90. To not have the ads. And remember, I jumped on the streaming apps particularly because of the no ads.
Yeah.
That's another $42. That's like some people's water bill.
Exactly. And that's what's going through my head, man. Cause I'm like, I know we in trying times right now, right? Some people not even working. So you may have to pick between, hey, do I keep this app or do I get something to eat? What were you gonna say, Donald?
Yeah. Well, and on that, man, yeah, and there's no guarantee that it's not going to go up again next year and the year after that and every 3 years.
Exactly.
But at the beginning, you said that Hulu was like going away. Are you saying that Hulu is dissolving, or they're just completely bought by Disney, and that you could only get Hulu through the Disney Plus? Because isn't it just why would I don't understand why Disney would completely kill off Hulu if they just bought it and merged it in with their own product? It's absolving Hulu completely.
Great question. So a long time. How long ago was it when they bought Fox? So Disney bought Fox years ago. I forgot how long ago that was.
2019, I believe.
Was that 2019?
Yeah,
so
when they have to have a 5-year clause before they can use Fox partners and
yeah. So when they bought Fox, they bought everything Fox owned except for the news outlets. Like Fox kept the news outlets. But everything else Disney owns. So what they're doing is they're just consolidating brands and assets, right? Which is smart. Because right now, if you got two different apps, that means you got two different development teams, Bobby, coming from the DevSecOps world, DevOps world. That means you got two separate teams you got to pay, benefits, et cetera, everything, all of that, right? The more you have, the more you got to manage. So they're just consolidating their resources. And maybe I don't know what they're gonna do with their development teams, but they're bringing all of that stuff under one app, Disney Plus. So everything that was on Hulu is gonna now be Disney Plus once they sunset Hulu.
I was gonna say the same thing. If you were watching a Hulu original, you'll have to now find that on Disney.
On Disney,
yeah. If that's what you were asking, Donald.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Hulu is a really good man. They got a good platform. That's why Disney bought them. It'd be stupid to just.
Hulu does have some really good originals.
They do. Really good. What's your favorite Hulu original, Bobby?
Mine at the time, I haven't finished watching it, but it was a Handmaid's Tale.
Amanda was heavy into that. She was heavy into that. What about you, Donald? What's your favorite Hulu original?
Man, I think it's Aliens. Aliens is an original, right?
Alien Earth?
Yeah.
That's
my new favorite, man. Like
mine too.
Before they did a Predator Prey. I think they did.
Oh, nice.
I think they were the ones who did that. That was dope as fuck too.
The cartoon movie?
Nah, no, but I'm gonna start watching the cartoon one. The actual movie with the Indian chick, when the Predator goes back to the Indian times when Indians was running shit in America or whatever.
I never saw that
it's
one.
It's the prequel one, right?
I was about to say it's a prequel.
I'm gonna have to go back.
It might be Netflix. I'm pretty sure it's Hulu though.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know for sure if that one's Hulu, but I know what you're talking about, and it looked good.
There's so many streaming services I watch. It's hard to know which ones are on what. It's so hard to remember this shit.
Yeah,
and it's hard too to want to get rid of one, especially if you start into like a Netflix original and you start you're in the 3rd season and they got 5 seasons. You're gonna be like, oh, I gotta pay another 2 months just to finish off.
Yeah, that's how they get me. And that's why I'm still with Disney Plus. The only reason why I'm still riding with Disney Plus is because of all the Marvel stuff. It's the only reason why I keep Disney Plus. Well, that, and then I got a young child now, and I gotta watch the Snow Whites and the Bambis and all of that,
and the Moanas and all of
Moana.
So, just recently, when my husband was talking about getting rid of Disney Plus this morning, I was like, before I could even say anything, my daughter Grace, just recently, she was like, "Oh, mommy, can we see what Disney Plus has to see whatever you watched when you were younger?" And I was like, "I don't know if they did." I told her we didn't get to watch Disney because that was rich people stuff, bro. We had like, if
No,
we
for
were,
real.
no, I'm serious. Like we didn't get to watch stuff like that, and we didn't have no go look at Disney Plus. You know, we were
You had to
lucky
go buy a VHS
if
tape.
we had stolen cable for a few months. I remember we had
Oh,
it for a whole
near done
year, and
that.
I was able to watch Nickelodeon. And so I didn't know this until I started searching Disney Plus, but some of the stuff I used to watch on Nickelodeon, Disney soaked it up.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
I just so happened to look for a show. I used to love a show called Doug. And
I used to
Oh,
love Doug.
I happened to find it on Disney Plus, and Grace and I are on like the fifth episode of season 1. And she's this morning she looked up at me, "Mommy, if you cancel it, we won't be able to watch Doug."
Hey, that's reason enough to keep it because you gotta be able to rock that killer tofu.
Oh
Come
my
on,
god,
man. I was on that Doug.
I love Doug.
Hey, let me drop a bomb on Doug. That's like one of the best cartoons ever, yo. Like for real.
yeah.
Dang,
Yeah.
you took me back on that one. Corey, did you say what your favorite Hulu original was?
It was FX by Hulu. Hulu. I watched it. I watched it on FX, but I had to use the Hulu app, and it was Snowfall, man.
Snowfall, that's a good one. That's
That
a good
right
one.
there, bro.
Oh, Snowfall.
Like
Yeah.
that one. Yeah.
That right there, because like real talk, like I lived that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I
We sure
lived that,
did.
bro.
We
I
sure
remember like when I see the cats in the front yard with the weights, that was my uncle.
Yeah.
My uncle used to do
Yep.
stuff like that, Jerry curl and all.
Yeah. With the tight pants from back in the day, huh?
T-shirts on, karate shoes, bro.
The muscle pants.
Yeah,
You got a pair of two
these
pants.
are some squabbles, punk.
Wobble up.
Squabble up.
See that tie-in right there?
Yeah.
Nah, man. So no, great stuff. So don't be alarmed. The Hulu's you'll still be able to watch your Hulu shows on Disney Plus. I actually watch all my Hulu stuff on Disney Plus now because I'm like, why am I gonna leave the app and go to Hulu when it's all right here in Disney
I'll
Plus?
tell you why. Maybe it's different for you, but do you have to enter a password every time you go into Disney Plus? Because I got to enter my password every time I go into Disney Plus.
No.
Nah.
No.
Oh,
And-
okay.
Matter of fact, a long
I
time
must be
ago,
missing something.
when they were doing that bundle, so what I pay right now is that bundle deal that included Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN, and I don't even watch.
That's why I got Disney. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? I got some good news just because we're on this whole topic right now. Depending on what your mobile carrier is, you may actually already have free Disney or Hulu or Peacock.
Yeah,
You may already
Verizon.
have any of those if you go, because when I was with T-Mobile, I think they gave us
Netflix.
because we were with them. No, we actually had gotten Peacock with them.
Oh wow.
I think we had gotten Peacock and Hulu when it was still separate at the time.
Right.
And we had to log in with our credentials from T-Mobile.
Yeah.
And then it was something similar. AT&T, I think, gave us Netflix. So check in with your mobile subscriber
Good
and
point.
see if
Good point.
you get some of those benefits.
Because that's news you could use right there.
Those tools you can use.
Hey,
You
that's
know,
part of the show, man. That's why we're going through this. I know some people, you know what I mean, economy ain't the best right now. So you might literally have to decide, hey man, which one of these apps may I have to lose? You may be able to keep it if your carrier offers that. That's how I got into Paramount Plus. Originally, T-Mobile gave it for free, but then I got stuck on King of Tulsa King, so I had to keep paying for it. So I don't fall behind on Tulsa King, man.
We get South Park and Bar Rescue also then.
I love
Bar Rescue is a good. Bar Rescue.
I love Bar Rescue,
Y'all
man.
watch
You
too
know-
much damn TV.
You know what?
Y'all must be rich.
You know, my daughter Grace was watching this morning. I could hear like a familiar voice, but I wouldn't pay attention because I was cooking. I made a very big family breakfast this morning, and I was cooking, and I'm like, man, why does this person's voice sound so familiar? I end up coming into the living room real quick. I'm like, Grace, what are you watching? Oh, this is Good Burger. Girl, what are you watching Good Burger? She's all like, no, this ain't the original Good Burger. I said, yeah, it is, because that's Kel and that's Keenan.
Yeah.
That's definitely original. She goes, no,
That's
this is Good
Ishboo.
Burger 2.
This Good Burger
Good
too.
Burger
Yep.
2?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's like, yeah.
yep.
I say, but have you even watched the first one? She's like, yeah, I watched it last week.
Oh, the
Where have I
kids love Good Burger, man.
What?
The kids love Good Burger. That's like a classic right there, man.
So
Y'all
Mercy,
rich.
Pretty good.
Mercy's sitting in the other part of the kitchen area, away from the TV, and I can see her playing on Roblox, and I hear, "He's a dude, she's a dude, we're all dudes." I'm like, what?
Hey, drop a bomb on Good Burger. I like that.
Mercy. It's just, I was like,
Hey,
baby, how did you find out that song? She goes, "Oh, I heard it on Good Burger."
nice.
It's funny.
So I mean, obviously these apps are bringing us good times, right? Creating good memories, helping us connect with kids and stuff like that, because they watch the OG stuff like Doug and Good Burger. You know what I mean? Like, but since these like Donald, you made a great point, man. Like, the price is already going up, and we're not guaranteed that they're not going to continue to go up, right? My guess is because of inflation, they will continue to go up, right? So now I'm like, would it be more economical for my entertainment budget to upgrade my apps as the prices go up, or maybe consider going back to the cable?
I don't know. Cable could have a comeback. Cable could have a comeback if they say, "Hey, did you switch over to streaming platforms and all of a sudden you have to pay extra for ads?" Well, come back this way. Not only will you pay $15 less, but we'll cut off the ads for you. So this is where competition comes in. This is pure capitalist society here.
There's only one. There's only one cable company, though. There's only one cable company.
There's only one.
Spectrum is the only cable company in America, man.
What? No, Comcast is still around.
I was going to say AT&T. We had cable with AT&T.
So, Bobby, you're on to something right there. I don't know if you're in my head, but you on to something. And because I was doing my research, because I'm telling you, this really got under my skin. I'm like, dude, I got to keep paying this, like the higher prices for no ads. So you have a point. So what you said, Bobby, is good marketing. So if Spectrum or any other cable company, y'all use that marketing strategy, y'all know it came from Technically Speaking. You heard it here first. Now I'm gonna need at least a 5% commission for the team now. But
5%, damn it.
5%. So again, I'm doing my math. Like if I was to upgrade all my apps to the no ad versions, my bill's going from $80 to $121. So I'm like, let me see what Spectrum is working with. So I'm like, okay, I'm seeing this right here, 160 plus channels. And then it comes with some of the streaming apps that I use. I watch HBO Max and Hulu and Disney Plus. So I'm like,
look, got the ESPN, so you can still get your sports.
There you go. So, but I'm doing my due diligence, right? Because we all about telling people, do your due diligence over here. So I was like, let me see. Let me dig a little bit deeper, because this is the
$2,000 a year, man.
So okay,
TV Platinum.
But that's so it almost got me, because I'm like, okay, this is about $11 cheaper than if I upgraded all my apps, but that's the promotional rate. So I'm like, ooh, after that promotional rate is jumping up. So to Corey's point earlier, I actually would save money if I just stick where I'm at now. If I upgraded everything, I'm still gonna go cheaper than with cable. Because even looking at this, right, you still got to consider the other fees that come with having like the cable box and all of that stuff too. So,
you're still not guaranteed to have good internet connection, and a lot of people lose service, man, because everybody's got Spectrum. They only have so much power, man.
True. Yeah, but even if you're running these apps off of your home internet and you lose service, what you're paying for apps isn't going to mean anything if you just can't use any of the apps. Period.
Good point.
I'm paying Spectrum like $60 just for the Wi-Fi, so
which is pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad. Bad.
I have a question.
What's up?
How much time y'all got to watch goddamn TV?
About 3 to 4 hours a day, depending on the day.
Let's look at the kids. The kids in school, and the kids, they wake up in the morning and they go to school. Bobby, your situation is a little bit different because your children are homeschooled, correct?
Yes, and they are finished with school. I'm not even lying to you, before 10 a.m.
Okay, so see, that's a unique situation.
So let's take a quick detour real quick. To close this up. Because I don't want to steal time from our other segments we got to cover. But coming down to it, man, because my question was, is it more economical to stick with the apps or go back to cable? And my conclusion is it depends on how many apps you use. So where I'm at, I'm using 9 apps, right? I'll kind of tie into that question you asked, Corey. I got kids and teenagers. I got kids from 3 to all the way to 21, right? Because some of my adult kids are using my accounts too. You feel me? Just keeping it real. So it may not always be the time for me to watch it, but the rest of the family. You know what I mean? So I'm at 9 apps. So what I've been able to kind of come to the conclusion is, if you got less than 10 apps, it may be more economical to just stick with the apps. But if you're using 10 or more, you may want to consider cable. That's kind of when I was doing my research and looking at the prices, because the price of the cable actually makes sense, and you save money if you're actually using more than 10 streaming apps. So that's kind of what I was able to discover when I was looking at all the different prices, looking at what Spectrum has. I didn't look at any other cable company because we got Spectrum here. That they are kind of dominating the cable market, to your point, kind of. So that's really what it comes down to, man. It depends on how many apps you have. If you're using 10 or more, you may want to look at the cable, and cable may make a comeback. And I'm still kind of considering it still, just because the cable prices don't really go up that often. Not like the streaming apps. The streaming apps they constantly go up and up and up. So if you're looking for consistency, cable still might be the answer, dog. Like what y'all think about that?
I think if you're just looking for basic watching and you got a basic cable package, you should be fine. But otherwise, if you're trying to get like stuff where you don't got to watch commercials and you can watch whatever you want by just clicking on it, go streaming, man. Like, I'm not going back to cable. I'll stick with streaming, and if I gotta just make more money, I'll just find a way to make more money. You know, like,
I'm not mad at that.
You know, it's interesting.
Check it out. Oh no, yeah, because I've already done some cutbacks. Because it's when I look like with the music too, like Pandora, I'm paying for commercials again, shit like that. It's like some things I'm starting to cut back on because if I go, and I've been following WWE, that's why I got a lot of these services too. And if I got to pay $40 for YouTube now, so I can watch, pay-per-view, if I got to, the only way you can watch certain things now is with these apps. So I can't watch pay-per-views unless I get the Disney app with the ESPN Plus bundle.
Good point.
That costs more. And I got the Max bundle right now for a different wrestling show. So I got to switch over for a different wrestling show. And it's a pain in the ass, man. I don't watch anything on Peacock except for what used to be wrestling. I should cancel it because there's nothing on there I watch anymore. But I still have it.
I feel you on that. And you know what? I don't even really watch Peacock like that. I was only watching it for what's the show that Kevin Costner? He wasn't even on the final season. Yellowstone. That's the only show I watched on Peacock, and it's done now.
They got The Office. That's the only place where you can watch The Office.
So you know what? I think we still watch on Peacock. We watch King of Queens, but the Peacock did have superfan episodes of The Office, and in our house we are very big Office fans. So watching the superfan episodes have been the only reason I think we keep Peacock.
Yeah,
see,
right.
That's how they get you.
I'm with you, Bobby.
Like these one little niche shows is like Stars. The only thing that keeps me tethered to Stars is 50 Cent, because I watch all of his shows on Stars, all of them. The whole Power Universe.
Some of them are starting to get sports on there too.
Yeah.
Like Peacock, I think does live sports now.
They do, because I've watched the Cowboys games on Peacock too. Yeah.
So,
but I was gonna say real quick, this is funny because you know what this is bringing up? We wouldn't be having this conversation 15, 20 years ago. This shows our society, because we didn't have no choice but to watch commercials. But like, why are you complaining about commercials? This is all that we do.
That's why you go to the movie.
We're living in because we have become more technologically savvy in our viewership. You know what I mean? In the evening TV, we have become a zero patient society. Not watching no damn commercials.
I want it now.
I'm paying $10 a month. Take these commercials out. Take my money. Take my money. You know?
You 100% right.
I love it.
You can tell how much we've grown. Okay.
We bougie as hell, dog.
Y'all read
commercials? I don't think so.
Now imagine the generation that only grew up with that. You know, at least we knew what it was like before the internet and streaming. You know, like
man.
Some
right.
people will never ever have to experience that life ever.
And you know what? The kids will never know about having to watch their favorite movie on TV, not realizing that some of it got cut short because of airtime. And then when you go and actually watch the movie, I'm like, wait a second, I don't remember this
Yo.
being in the movie, because it got cut short because of the commercial time.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Now, good point. And so that's my question to cap this off, man. Is for anyone out there, are you willing to pay the higher prices for the ad-free versions of your apps, or would you consider going back to cable to save money? Chime in the comments when you watch this. And speaking of saving money, because that is some millennial shit right there, right? We the millennials, we are that generation of, we came up, like Bobby said, you had to watch your favorite movie on TV, and like if they cut a scene out because of the commercials, you're like, wait a minute, when I went to the movies. Hold up, that scene.
That's my favorite part.
So as millennials, man, we remember that. But speaking of saving money, what's going on? What you got for us, Dr. Poole, man, in terms of trying to save money, man?
Yep, man, we're going to talk about a little bit of cost of living and just like a snapshot for millennials, And as we were spending some good time talking about one of the expenses of millennials, of course, is these streaming services and whatnot. And I just wanted to try and run some numbers and, get some facts on stuff as it pertains towards like housing, mostly like housing costs and whatnot. So like for the millennials as of October 2025, the average amount that millennials are spending right now for housing is about $1,436. So it's like $1,436 a month, right? And that's just for like household bills and basic expenses, right? So I wanted to first get your guys' thought on that average.
Like utilities too? Is that including like utilities too?
Yes, on average, it's about that price for all household bills. That's rent, electricity, gas, and
that's with
probably.
Rent?
I wish.
That's with rent?
Yes.
How many roommates you got? 2?
For that? Well, I don't. Is that a lot of money? Are you saying that's a lot of money or a little bit of money?
That's not a lot of money, bro. That's like a 1-bedroom apartment in like Gardena.
Yeah, I'm paying $1,500 for a 1-bedroom right now.
My mortgage is 3 times that price.
That's not.
Well, here are some things. The reason why the high housing cost millennials face the rent and ownership hurdles compared to previous generations at similar life stages. The median rent for millennials was about $1,400 in 2024, which was significantly higher than Gen X and baby boomers were paying for similar ages. I didn't get the numbers for that, but I could remember about when my mom was in her 20s, right? She's like a late Gen Xer, early baby boomer, right? And so she was paying about, rent in Rialto at that time was about $425 to $500. Bills were probably like $100 also. So probably about $700 to $800 during like the 90s, I would say.
I remember that because when I lived in Gardena in the 90s, I remember the rent there was like 7 something.
Right, a little bit nicer area in LA for sure. Yeah. I was living in Rialto at the time, so it was cheaper out in the desert area. But the interesting thing about it is the particular states, and I think that's where it comes down to, because there are a lot of places where the cost of living is extremely low. Like, and I'll just throw it out there. Like, I did the top 5 and the bottom 5, and so for the top 5, what do you think are the top 5 states with the most expensive to live in, highest housing cost?
Hawaii, right? California,
okay, that's one.
California,
yep.
New York,
yep.
New Jersey,
ooh,
no,
and Nevada.
No,
Jersey,
New
York. It's going to be on the East Coast, though.
They're both East Coast.
It's going to be on the East Coast, so I would say Maryland or Virginia.
Nope.
Along that
Washington,
line.
Massachusetts?
Washington and Massachusetts. There you go. You got them both. Hawaii, California, Massachusetts, Washington, and New York. And the contributing factors to that is basically limited land availability, high demand, and expensive transport of goods. And then, you could think of some other big major metro, like Florida would be another big one. Chicago would probably be like another big one, like Illinois. But what do you think the 5 most affordable states in America are?
Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia.
North Dakota, South Dakota.
Nope, you guys only
What
got
are
one
we?
so far.
Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia,
Nope,
Ooh.
Mississippi.
Tennessee.
New Mexico.
Nope.
Damn.
Y'all only got one.
It'd be Kentucky.
Nope.
North Carolina.
Nope.
It's going to be like some of the cheapest places to live in the U.S.
Nope. Yep, the most, and this is
Right?
by the U.S. News and World Report due to low cost of living and housing affordability as of 2025 October.
Idaho.
Nope.
What
Nebraska.
you call me?
Nope. I'm
We
just
just
talking
going
about,
down
okay,
on
you
a
guys are
section
terrible,
right
man. We're running out of states here, all right? Okay, it goes Iowa, Oklahoma, West Virginia, Mississippi, and number 1 is Arkansas. So if you're looking to really, really save money and you're just
okay.
barely getting by, in some of these middle states, I guess.
I'm gonna tell you
Look
right now.
towards these states to save money, Mississippi, Arkansas, but you got to keep in mind these are extremely rural states, and there's a reason why people aren't living there.
I'm gonna tell
in
you.
my personal opinion.
And
But if you take like me, I'm sorry, go ahead.
You said Oklahoma, right?
Yeah, Oklahoma's number 4.
That's fire place to live. Go ahead.
I could rock with Oklahoma if I
I was
wasn't.
about to say, I was like, if I wasn't a Texan, I'd be fine with going to Oklahoma.
I would be
Arkansas
okay
was
with
actually really
tornado.
nice.
Oklahoma got tornadoes like crazy though, man. It's
So
like
see, that's
tornado
another
alley.
thing. And then like San Antonio is actually right at the tip of Tornado Alley. When you look at Tornado Alley on a map, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We get them here too.
I mean,
Let's get a basement, man.
Yeah, so
It's going
so like-
down basement.
yeah, so like for me, it's like it's weird because I'm in California, right? And I'm paying 15, like Corey was saying, I'm paying like $1,500 for a studio or a 1-bedroom. But like if I were to look in San Antonio, like we were looking in San Antonio, and there are some places that have mortgages that for houses that are the same price as what I'm paying for rent right now, and shit.
or less.
So
Yeah.
and so like that's a comparison just from California to Texas, But so if you go from California to Arkansas, you know what I'm saying, that's going to be an extreme life shift. And if you're coming from Arkansas and you're looking for to upgrade your life, you might want to think about like Texas or some of these other states before jumping to a California or New York, because when you go to these states, you got to be prepared to knowing that you're going to be paying the highest wages and the most taxes. And so, that with your streaming services, you got to really hunker down and budget your money properly, right?
Good point. I like how you brought that back.
Yeah, man. So
why do you think when you were doing your research for this topic, why do you think in some of those states like everything is so high? What makes it so different?
Well, I think in a lot of states it's mostly the taxes that cause people to struggle. When you got to pay higher property taxes, it makes people not want to look for homes in certain areas, and some people, they don't have the option of looking for homes. They have to do apartments.
Yeah.
And unless you want to move out of these states. And that's what a lot of people are electing to do. They're moving to cheaper states like Arizona and Texas, and they're moving out. But one of the things for our particular generation that's causing us to struggle so much with this is loans, student loan. Like one of the researchers thinks that the debt burden for millennials to carry the debt previous generations is because many millennials carry significant student loan debt with an average balance of $40,000 as of 2024.
Yeah.
And also, when you think of the retirement savings, many millennials feel that they are not saving enough for retirement despite having retirement resources at comparable rates to previous generations.
Yeah.
Right. So, retirement options are still the same, but our generation can't afford them compared to the generations previous to us.
So you got something to add on to that. My cousin, she's on Meta over on IG. She said also on top of that, a lot of insurance mishaps. The proper coverage is too expensive, or you won't be able to get the coverage to cover your loss. So yeah, man, yeah.
Like for an apartment or a house? Like what are we talking?
Insurance?
For
apartment or house?
Probably.
I'm
the house.
I'm just trying to figure out like what is like.
Some
Give me a
apartments have
scenario.
insurance, I have
I
to
can
pay
give you a
insurance on my
scenario.
apartment.
Okay.
I could give you a scenario. So on my last trip to Tampa, I was hanging out with one of my partners down there, man, and he was saying that he was at that point in time, this was in June, that he was paying about the same amount for his insurance that he was paying for his mortgage. Yeah. So, and this was in Florida. So that has been happening. And yeah, she said both. That's for houses and apartments, insurance for houses and apartments. So I didn't even consider that, man. Damn, that's crazy. I do want to share this to your point, Dr. Poole, because I have lived in California twice when I was in the military. And my last time being stationed out there, I forgot about them damn taxes. And I was living in the Bay Area. Dude, when I got my orders to North Carolina, I could not wait to like it sucked leaving California because Cali is Cali. And I could not wait to get away from them damn taxes. Like, dude, dude, like it's something ridiculous with them taxes out there, man.
It controls everything. When people got to pay more for business rent, they charge more for their products, and then I got to pay more corporate tax on top of it, and it's just killing me, man. They're killing me.
As far as the cost of living, right? You know what I'm saying? How do one adjust, Donald, if they were to move from one, like say for instance, they were to move from California to one of those locations where the cost of living is a lot lower. If they were to move to Mississippi or Tulsa, right? The wage is a lot different.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. Like I know that when I worked at T-Mobile, and me and my wife, we were just looking if we see how it would be if we moved outside of California. And I realized that I would have to go down a couple hourly pay, a couple dollars an hour because of the fact that cost of living is different.
Yeah. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Good point.
Do you think that offsets because of the fact that you're going from an area where yes, you're making $21 or $24 an hour at the time and working 8 hours a day. And then you go into $15 an hour and making, you know what I'm saying, and working 8 hours a day because you're accustomed to a certain lifestyle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So do you think that's some of the reasons why some people don't migrate to the cheaper states because of the lifestyle?
Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with your career. If you're like just doing minimum wage jobs and you're just getting by, you're going to be taking a loss. But if you like, for example, with my job, I equate it to a value. If I could travel to a state where I pay less taxes and everything is cheaper, and I'm able to still charge roughly the same prices that I am for pools, about $100 to $150 a month for service. I could do very well in a place like Texas, and if I were in a place like Oklahoma, I would thrive. But like a lot of these places, I wouldn't be able to clean pools. Like I couldn't clean pools up north. I wouldn't be able to live in a lot of eastern states because it snows half the year, and I wouldn't be able to clean.
I was gonna say we got pools open all year round here.
But as far as the cost of living goes, you're right, because I lived in Texas, and I'm glad I didn't have a regular job because at the time Texas wages was like $4.25 during 2000, as opposed to being like $7 in like LA at the time.
Yeah.
So it would have been a loss, but I mean, you're only paying one set of taxes, so that right there, you make your money back. Food is cheaper, gas is cheaper, and because of the cost of living, everything is cheaper. So it averages out a little bit, but if you're able to make the money that you're making in a big city, in a town like that, that's how you thrive, man. You make $20 an hour. Probably, I'd imagine living in like Alabama or Louisiana, you probably have a nice estate property instead of renting a 1-bedroom apartment. I can give you a snap. I'm not gonna give you a snapshot of my 1-bedroom here, but I'm talking for $1,500, man. I could have a fucking house somewhere in the middle of the country, but it's not the same. California have the beach. It's 10 minutes away.
Some people $1,500 for rent here in San Antonio, but it's like a nice big 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment.
It's a house. You get a yard.
It's like almost a house,
Yeah. No, you're right. So before I bought my house where I'm at now, I was paying about $1,500 for rent, but I was living in Stone Oak. And Stone Oak is like one of the nicer areas in San Antonio.
This guy talking about living in Stone Oak.
It was too.
Is that like Brentwood?
I
miss Brentwood area.
I don't know what Brentwood is. Stone Oak
It's
is
comparable.
where the
Brentwood.
richer folks in San Antonio live.
Not quite Beverly Hills, but yeah, it's comparable to like a Brentwood.
Like
And I miss living there, man. Like for real. But I've heard that rent has gone up to about $1,800 now. So yeah, it's going up. I mean, my house here, I live on a. It's not as country as where Bobby lives, but I moved out where I'm at because it was more country than the city. And my mortgage here is $1,400. But like Bobby said, too many people are moving out this way. It's like, damn it, I moved here.
Eventually they're gonna start raising it there too, man.
No, I mean, like if you drive up and down my street, it's nothing but cows and donkeys. It's nothing but farm animals and stuff. And now closer to where Geronimo is, he's got definitely more restaurants and more stuff out that way.
I didn't want that. I didn't want that. Like,
I don't want to have to smell manure when I'm going home from my job.
It ain't that bad. You get used to it.
No,
but you know what? The smell of manure is the smell of freedom out here because I live on a property where there's no HOA, there's no restrictions. You can't tell me what I can and cannot do on these four walls that I pay taxes on. You can't tell me. I can go and build whatever I want. Nobody can come by and try knocking on my door. If you're knocking on my door, that means that you've come onto my property illegally, and I will show up with a weapon. You will not come and walk on this property day or night.
Blocker. You're going to hear this.
Texas.
We differ here in Texas, but you know what? I also have 2 signs posted on my fence too to get right with Jesus, because if you were not invited onto this property, you do not come onto this property. Plus, there's a gate. That means they have to have broken down the gate if they're knocking on my front door. So my gate stays closed 24/7 unless we're coming in or out.
I think that's why Texans are not as crazy as a lot of other places, because you still have space out there. You're not impacted and crowded, surrounded by people everywhere you go. Like sometimes you get no space here, man. No outside of your box.
I feel every time I come to LA, man, my anxiety is just like on 10, man. Because
imagine in New York where they're just stacked on each other, like fuck, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. But to that question, I was thinking, Corey, because I got a taste of that when I was in the military. I got the same pay, right? My base pay, my base salary was the same no matter where I went. Now we would get differential pay, what they call basic allowance for housing. And yes, it was higher in California because it's higher in California.
It's higher in California.
So, the way I would flip it, right, is I would always just go low on my living. Like I would to save money in my living. So for example, right, when I lived up in Vacaville, California, by Travis, dude, I found an apartment that was $800 a month for rent. It was old as hell. Wasn't nothing fancy. Everything was outdated, but I was able to pocket the rest of my BAH, and that was the money I was able to use to like do stuff with my kids. I was able to start flying them to me and back, back and forth to do stuff with them. So that's how I was able to flip it. And to Donald's point, man, if you have a job that's remote or hybrid and you can pick up and go somewhere cheaper, that's what a lot of people were doing here in Texas. A lot of people moved here in Texas. They had like those tech jobs, maybe in Silicon Valley or somewhere on the East Coast, where tech is really, booming. So they were getting, say, New York pay, but had the Texas, cost of living.
So they had New York pay, but Texas stay.
There you go. I like that. That. Hey.
That's how you acquire that freaking wealth, man.
That's not how you
sometimes it's all in where you live.
Not necessarily,
that's
but
it right there.
That's
it
how you
right
hack
there.
the system. That's a hack for the system. Yeah.
Now, I mean, I got to double down on what he said. Sometimes it is about where you live, man. I gotta co-sign that one, man. I'm with that. There's a reason why I moved to Texas. What else you got for us, Dr. Poole?
Man, that was about it on the cost of living, man. I mean, unless you guys want to give some examples of what it's like in Texas, because I could tell you gas prices here in California are still between $4.50 and $5. Food prices are, milk is still like $5, but we got federal tax, state tax, property tax through the roof.
So Texas doesn't have any state taxes. Right now I'm paying $2.34 for a gallon of gas. I just paid $3.86 for a 18 count of grade A large eggs. I can get like a pack of ribeyes for about $18 at the commissary. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
But
I'm
you
about
said
to.
commissary. That's not normal to. That's
on
veteran
base.
love.
That's on base though.
Yeah,
That's
That is on base, but you know what? Still though, like, I guess depending on what you're looking for, you can get a decent sized pack of chicken for like $9
Where at?
yeah.
at HEB.
HEB. That they
Okay.
do. They got the
And
monopoly.
if you don't know what HEB is, I highly encourage you to look it up.
Is it like Walmart?
It's like Vons. It's like
Okay.
Vons. Think Vons. So
Okay.
yeah, HEB here is equivalent to a Vons in say LA.
Got it.
But HEB has a monopoly here. Ain't
I was
no
all
like,
let them know what's up, because
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
didn't heard nothing, like
Yeah,
HEB
yeah.
like runs Texas, and
Okay.
Texans will go to bat for
Yeah.
HEB. Like you ain't gonna talk shit about
Nah.
HEB.
Why
Nah,
do they use like their own
They-
farm animals and food?
Dude, no, they do. They actually reach out to local farming communities, and
Yeah, so they
everything
have
you
their-
purchase in HEB truly comes from Texas farmers.
Right.
Not only
That makes
that, but they
sense.
have several schools here in San Antonio that HEB specifically sponsors. These schools are to help. They're CAST lead schools, so they help in leadership development,
Oh,
tech, robotics, and stuff like that. But also, too, anytime a disaster happens in Texas, HEB is first on site, ready to give out food. They donate so much to the local community. Not only that, but they're one of the best employers to work for in the state of Texas because of all of their great benefits.
Yeah.
Like I've got friends that go to church that both her and her husband have been working there for years. Like they don't want to give up their benefits because
them
HEB
come
takes
on
care
to
of their
the show.
employees.
Have them come on to the show for a segment, because I would love to hear more about what they're doing for the community out there, especially during these hard times.
Yeah.
I don't think California is the place for farmers, though. Like I like how Texas values their farmers and whatnot.
They do.
If you're a farmer, don't come to
Yeah.
California, man. We ain't gonna get no love here. We ain't gonna get no love.
No, I was gonna say. So what I was gonna say. So the thing with HEB, right? They literally run Texas because they don't. The only competition they have is Walmart. Like out in LA, you may have like a Vons, Ralph's, Food for Less, Albertsons, different chains, right? There are no other grocery chains here. It's HEB.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense though, because all of our food is coming in from Mexico and out of state, you know. So yeah, it makes sense. You guys grow your own shit, you sell your own shit.
And HEB's produce is top-notch stuff. Walmart's is
good.
crap.
It is good.
It's crap.
Yeah. You only get the stuff from Walmart if you like just in a rush.
If you're in a rush, I was about to say the same thing too. I was like, because on my way home, I can't stop by an HEB, but there's a Walmart there. I'll pick up some tomatoes and onion if I need to. But other than that, it's gonna be.
But Walmart, if
HEB
you
all
want to
day.
sponsor the channel, we're not mad at that. You will go ahead and wear some blue and yellow if you want to cut us a check. So we're not going to bash you if you want to cut us a check. We will probably edit that part out.
Hey, yeah, and if you guys are watching this at home, definitely chime in and let us know what it's like where you're at. If you're in some place other than Texas or California, let us know what it's like where you're at. And
Good point.
The pros and
do that.
cons, you know?
Yeah. Pros and cons, man. How's that cost of living where you live? I like that. Chime in the comments on that. Hey, speaking of cutting that check, man. Speaking of cutting that check, there's a couple of companies that should be cutting that check, right, Corey? Who would have guilty?
You know, I was trying to go past this, but
nah, we made it. We made it
here. All right. So look, we were talking about streaming services, right? And a lot of streaming services out there are actually they're not just making you pay for ads, but when your subscription is up, right? They hit you with that auto renewal without really letting you know you're getting that auto renewal. And a lot of people were like, hey, hold on. What? Wait, I thought I canceled y'all. Nah. So Amazon Prime and Meta and a couple other people have class action lawsuits. Even Apple. We already talked about the Apple one a couple days ago. I mean, a couple episodes ago about how that there's more, and I've just seen like 3 more come out too. There are class action lawsuits that people don't know about. They're very, very quiet about this. So, to give you a heads up, you want to go ahead, because I lost the source where I found this, but I know it's out there. You can Google Amazon class action lawsuits because of the fact that those people are getting their subscriptions renewed without notification, letting them know their renewals coming up. And Meta also as well, not as far as renewal, but as far as like using your information without their permission, right? These corporations already have a set amount of funds set aside for it. Amazon have $250 billion set aside for this particular issue. So, and I believe the payout is $500. $500. That's $500.
Hey,
I'm not sure about Metas, but Amazon is $500. All you have to do is submit your information, and as long as you've had an Amazon Prime account from the years of 2023 to June 2025. So
I'm gonna get a bone that 500. That I got some bills I can pay, man.
You know what I'm saying? Because I have 2 Amazon Primes account. One I have for business, which I didn't renew, but they renewed it on my behalf, and I was like, it's too late to get it back, get the money back. And then they did that for my personal, and I was like, hold on. I was able to flip that one to month, because you know what I'm saying. Times is hard, and you know what I'm saying. Niggas broke these days, Worm. And
okay, Smokey.
You know what I'm saying? But what made me realize that this is, I think, is more predatory subscription, if I would say. My mom's like, she don't understand like buying stuff on Amazon, and I think that's what they prey on. Older people with these apps, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if you get this free subscription for 30 days, and you can buy what you want, get it overnighted and everything, and then cancel when you need it. They know older people who's like, oh, it's convenient. Press the button, order it. And so one time my mother, she was like, I'm just buying it off of Amazon. Mom was like, okay. And then I looked at her and I'm like, Mama, you got a Prime subscription. She was like, what's Prime? I was like, well, you get stuff the next day or the day over.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, what that mean? I'm like, you paid $134 for this service. And she was like, no, I didn't. She's like, no, I didn't. So I called them up. I called Amazon Prime up, and I was like, hey, my mother, she didn't subscribe to this because it took it out of her account. And my mom was like wondering, like, I understand. I wonder where my money was going. So I went in there, and I
got to be careful adding your credit card information to anything. If anything asks for you, you better read the fine print, because if not, that's going to happen. And they can auto renew it with the raised price without even letting you know. So if you got money set aside to pay a bill, and then all of a sudden they take this and your bank account goes negative, and then you incur a charge from your bank for that being negative and stuff, that can hit like double impact.
And that's the whole reason for this class.
Mom, are you listening?
No, for real. And so I called them up. Amazon rectified it, and then they asked me, well, like, would you like to have 3 more months for free? And then I'm like, no, because guess what? After 3 more months, you guys gonna tack on that subscription again. Because if you leave it up to someone who's not technology savvy, older, and sometimes have memory issues, the first thing they're gonna forget. They're gonna forget about a subscription. Yeah. Like you said, Donald, we are the subscription babies. We were the ones who familiar with that. The Gen X's subscription to them,
they're not on that. Yeah.
Like, oh no. I gotta pay to get stuff ordered overnight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
My mom learned about auto pay, so she tries to get everything set up on auto pay, but you can't be too safe with them online purchases, man. You gotta read them Amazon contracts.
Yeah, for real. Auto pay to me is for rich people. Like, you can have it automatically come out your account. Yeah, we save $5. But what if your account is overdrawn? Well, you know.
Yeah. I want to say something too.
Is more than $5.
To your point, the point that y'all made as far as us being the subscription babies, that's one of the purposes of the show, is to help, right? News you could use. So millennials, look out for the Gen Xers and the baby boomers, man. Like Corey did with his mom, right? Like, take what we're giving you, pass this on, share this thing out. And also when you share it, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe button. But pass this on, man. Look out for the elders, man. Like, we got to look out for the people that took care of us, right? Because that's some real stuff, man. I mean, because Amazon, let's be real, they don't care. As long as that check clears, they Gucci. So take this information and look out for those elders, man. For real. I didn't even think about that till y'all brought that up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, good job, Corey.
No doubt. But you want to know what else is dirty, though?
Be real quick before you do that though. I got a request, Corey. If you can get me those links, for those class action settlements, so we can put that in the description, for the replay. Because I do want people to be able to click those links and put those claims in. That's $500, man. I'm probably gonna do that.
I am too.
Hey, Christmas is coming, man. Shoot,
because Amazon doing people dirty.
They did. That's grimy. That's grimy. Speaking of dirty, what was you saying about some dirty stuff? What's going on? You dirty dancing over there?
You know what? I'm not dirty dancing, but I know Bobby. Bobby knows some dirty stuff.
You being dirty over there, Bobby?
Very funny.
Dirty.
If you've tuned into us previously, you know that we've went through a couple of segments called College Ain't for Everyone. So if you're a millennial and you're looking to do something a little bit different with your life, if you're stagnant, if you're just not sure where to go, I've done some research on some high-paying quality jobs. However, some of these jobs are considered very dirty. They can be hazardous, which is why they are high-paying. It does not require a college degree, but if you get in there, you put your grind on, and you get you get the certifications, whatever it is you need, these companies will hire you. So things first, we're going to hit it hard with the waste and sanitation. They have sewer inspectors and divers. These people literally wade through sewage to check infrastructure and pipelines. These jobs are paying anywhere up to $80,000 to $120,000 a year. Now, some of these jobs are unionized, but that also means that you may have some bigger benefits. They can go into some very, very good overtime pay, which might be a nice bonus if you're looking into trying to pick up some extra hours during the next coming holidays and stuff.
Yep.
Some things that people don't think about are like hazardous waste. So you may need a hazmat certification. These certifications are not super expensive, but they can still pay upward of up to $60,000 to $100,000. Almost all of the jobs that I'm going to talk about can definitely be well over six figures too. Another big job, especially here in Texas, be a roughneck. A roughneck are oil riggers. We need oil riggers out there. So people who are willing to go and work those hard jobs, you're going to get dirty. You may work long hours, but the benefits are there, especially if you're trying to raise a family.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Because with the oil, did you get paid more if you're doing the oil from the ocean as opposed to on land? Like those oil riggers are out there in the ocean,
right? So I believe they're like on two week on, 2 week off shifts is how they do it. Because when you do work on the offshore oil rigs, those are going to be unionized jobs, and those can definitely pay well over six figures. And I think because of having to stay out there and deal with the different types of weather patterns and stuff, the offshore oil rig jobs are definitely going to be more high paying, but just know that you're going to succumb to the different aspects of the weather. You're probably going to meet some jerks on the job. You've got to probably have some tough skin, and definitely some grit and grind to get out there and be willing to, take a boat out to that rig, and you'll stay there for a couple of weeks. That's your home away from home. And if you're okay with that, if you're prior Navy and you're cool with being stuck in a ship with a bunch of dirty other people, no, it's true. It's true. Shout out to the veterans. If you were cool with that, then I highly encourage you to get on those offshore oil rigs jobs out here in the Texas area. Like I said, there's some big companies. Schlumberger.
Good point. I want to double down on that, especially for my Navy veterans. I never thought about that because I came out the Air Force, so I never thought about that, yo. Like, if you are, like, real talk, you a Navy veteran, especially because the younger ones tend not to re-up on their enlistment. So if you like, hey, what can I do coming out of the Navy? That's actually something to consider. I like that, Bobby. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Yeah. So some other things talking about waste is portable toilet cleaners. So people who clean porta potties, believe it or not, but the shit pays.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I got so many crappy jokes for this segment. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. This is one thing that I wanted to highlight. I wanted to highlight a very, very close friend of mine. He owns a septic company here in the Bexar County area, and his specific job actually came up as one of the top dirty jobs. And so, being a septic tank technician, because out here in the country, everybody's got septic tanks. We're too far away from the city to be plugged into the city lines, but that's okay because anytime your septic runs over, they're calling him to get out here, you know. And now, recently, Sunday, right after church, he got hit with an emergency job. This one job took him to Houston, and by the time he got there and finished up the job, it might have taken him 30 to 45 minutes. So most of it was just drive time. That was a $10,000 emergency job. Why don't you let that sink in for just a second?
Did you say $10,000?
You heard that correct. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So
I'm in the wrong industry. I'm about to start playing.
So, like I said, shit pays.
It pays.
You know, and especially too, whenever you start hitting those emergency services, if somebody's not paying attention to where their septic flow tank is going, and you end up having a sewage spillage in your front yard, you want to get taken care of that ASAP.
Yeah.
And there's emergency fees incurred on top of that, and so it does pay. But on top of that, other places around the U.S. you might find this interesting is to be a coal miner. They often work in hazardous environments. They can. There's definitely going to be some risk involved with that, but they can make up to $120K a year.
I'm too claustrophobic for that job, man.
I know, I'm sure. People who also clean out oil refineries, power plants, and factories. They're called industrial cleaners. These individuals can make anywhere from 70 to 90 grand. But you know, you are going to be cleaning dangerous residues. Agricultural animal work, if you're working in a slaughterhouse, is dirty work. You're going to work with blood and guts, and you're going to have to take care of those animal pieces and stuff, anything having to do with animal waste. You know what actually came up when I was doing my research? It's unusual dirty jobs. Restoration. What my company does, restoration. And I didn't really think about it as a dirty job for a little bit, but I was like, oh, it comes up in disaster restoration because
good point.
There's mold, there's soot, there's sewage, depending on the category. And I didn't really think about that. I was like, oh yeah, because you know what? There's clean water and there's dirty water you can have to clean up. Because if you end up having a toilet leak and there ends up being sewage in it, we could end up literally wading through some crap to try to get something, you know, taken care of. Because just like I've talked about before, you know, it takes less than 48 hours for mold to be able to set in, and your whole home can be unlivable if it's not taken care of quickly. Ooh. So think about that. If you're in the Bexar County area, hit up Patriot Restorations, owned by yours truly.
Real quick, before you move to that next one, right? Because we were talking about different places to live, cost of living, stuff like that. So if you're in an area that's guaranteed to get like the hurricanes and stuff like that, that would be a good field to get into.
Yeah,
that man, a good point. I like
Mississippi. Oh, and you got the low cost of Mississippi under your belt, man. Shoot.
Look, Dr. Poole, you ready to get out of the pool business?
No. No.
I will never go to Mississippi.
You know, one of the other things, these next two actually get a little bit dark, but if you're an embalmer or a mortician, people who have to deal with death, oftentimes there's no degree necessary, but if you are able to put in the correct certifications and get the licenses required to open up a funeral home, there is money in the death area if that's something you're looking into. Or people who clean up crime scenes. They are biohazard cleaners. They can get over 120K a year to clean up crime scenes, but just know they are private firms, and you could definitely be, exposed to blood, bodily fluids, composition, brain matter, what that entails. So, you know, it's not going to be a walk in the park or anything. But, you know, some of your more extreme areas are going to be like your gas pipeline welders and stuff. And one of the things that my husband was talking about recently were people who do underwater welding. There is a lot of risks to underwater welding, but you can definitely make over 150K if you're willing to get the certifications required to go. Because how else is, your pipelines and anything else required to get gas, electricity, water, fresh, clean water out to like some of your island areas, some of your more dense areas that are going to require special traffic. So definitely doing stuff like that.
Good
And
point.
if you're mining gold or lithium, they can make over 250K a year.
And lithium mining.
Sheesh.
Lithium is on the
Yep.
level of gold now. Think about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So they're very harsh conditions, but it's very lucrative if you're in Alaska, Canada, or Australia. And for the very last one, if you're up north and you feel a little adventurous, to be an Alaska crab boat deckhand, they could make up to
Hey, I did crab fishing, man. That
150K.
shit's tough, man.
So yeah, so you are definitely
Oh,
susceptible to dangerous, freezing, and physically
Yeah, yeah.
weather.
oh, that's like
And
Alaska area. We were out from
if,
Marina Del Rey. It wasn't that
I
cold.
mean, not you know what I mean, like not
Alaska,
everybody's
okay,
built
yeah.
for it, but hey, if you're in the
Yeah,
market
no.
for a new job,
Alaska,
take a look at some of those.
yeah.
They may not be available in all areas of the United States, so if you're willing to relocate, especially to like the Texas region all the way around the Gulf of America, then you're going to be able to find some really good oil rig jobs. Mining maybe in the Midwest, you know, some of those lower cost of living, get some high wages, get yourself your own little ranch estate.
There you go. I like that. I like that. So that's the answer, right? Because Donald's point, right? He was talking about how millennials do have to deal with the high cost of living. Those are some options. If you're looking at a different state that has one of those jobs, there it is, right there. Like I like how this all came together to where if you're willing to get dirty, man, and get that pay, but still have a good lifestyle. Because for example, like let's say you took one of those jobs paying 100 plus in Mississippi. There's some nice spots to live in Mississippi, man. Like Biloxi, Mississippi is cool, man. I would hang. I like hanging out in Biloxi, Mississippi, and even Gulfport, Mississippi is dope. But those are good examples, right? Or even here in Middle America, where you could maybe do some oil rigging and stuff like that. Some good options. Some good options. I like that, Bobby. I like how that all came full circle, man. That's what's up. So, I mean, start this thing off, file for that class action lawsuit, right? Get you a little boost, get that 500, get you going. Go use that get that 500 to get that hazmat certification, right? Get you a dirty job, and then you can move and get you a lower cost of living. That's my takeaway from all of this.
And I
Do it.
Smart, man. Cool.
Well, go ahead, Corey.
Look, all that is great, and all of them are good because why? None of those jobs will be replaced by AI.
Good point. Drop a bomb on
Very
that.
good
You
point.
need a human person to actually do that.
Yeah.
However, you can get a person who actually knows how to do that to create you a digital file to teach people how to do that. And you can also make money without having to go and do that.
Oh, that's right. Being a teacher.
If you teach a course on it, yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Good point. I mean, shoot, man, you got me thinking. Like the one you said was over 200. Which one was the one you said was over 250K?
The one over that is the gold and lithium miner.
Gold and lithium. Ah, man, see the way this back works, man. If I had a better back, maybe.
Do we even have lithium in America, or do you have to go somewhere?
So that's why they're lucrative in Alaska, Canada, and Australia.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay.
In case you all didn't know this, just some food for thought. It makes you kind of wonder. Our largest lithium deposits in the world are located in Ukraine.
Ukraine. No way.
I did not know that. That makes okay.
No. Yes,
Okay.
let that sink in. We ain't about to get political, but just let that sink.
No, that's political in a motherfucker.
No, I know.
Hey, Alaska will pay you if you move.
But I am political like a mofo too. So
I mean, but that makes sense though. Okay, that answers the question why for the Ukraine. Okay, I understand now. I did not know that.
Yeah. You want battery cars?
I mean, yeah. I mean, because the electric cars, I don't think is ever going to stop. We in motion. So that was some good information right there.
I like the idea of having electric cars, but trying to mandate people to purchase something, then I'm like, y'all are wild.
But that went away though, huh? That's all gone now, ain't it?
It went away.
Well, they're still trying to get it on bills in certain states. Like Gavin Newsom is still fighting for it here in LA. He's never going to give up on electricity.
I gotta share something. So Meta, I'm just gonna say Meta because that's a long ass name. But Meta on IG, she said she got some lithium crystals. Does that count? So, hey,
oh, that's cool.
There you go. Boom. We
Hey,
count
go
that right now.
see if you can get some money for those.
Mm.
I don't know what lithium crystals are, but
No,
be like,
she's into
hey,
the crystal.
take it
She's
out.
into the whole natural healing and stuff like that. You got
Oh,
different
she's talking about like
Oh, okay.
the tents and
Yeah,
Interesting.
She from the native side of the family, man. So you know we do
Okay.
things a little differently. So
Cool.
Yeah, they
Well,
got
welcome to the show. Thanks for joining in.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate the
Hell yeah.
feedback.
now this was good stuff, man. This was great stuff. Like we did take that week off. We came back, and I feel like we just came back with a banger on this one, man. We gave him so much gold, man. But
so much gold, lithium, and
Lithium.
Yeah,
iron.
right. Fuck gold. Give me that lithium. I want that lithium. Shit.
Hey, that's what's up though, man. But like we always do about this time, man, it's time to sign off. So Bobby, refresh their memory on how you can help folks in the Bexar County surrounding areas.
So, in the Bexar County surrounding areas, we service all the counties surrounding Bexar here in the state of Texas. So, we own Patriot Restorations. We're a disabled veteran-owned small business licensed here in the state of Texas to take care of the disaster restoration. So, if you have water damage and you have no idea where it's coming from, just go ahead and send me a DM. Let me know what the issue is, and we can be out there to do a water check, do some temp checks, and make sure that your home is good to go. If not, we will encourage you and guide you into the very next steps to get that home taken care of.
Speaking of water, Dr. Poole, what can you help folks with out there in the LA area?
Pool and spa cleaning services and filter cleaning services, and want to make sure you get those pools cleaned up before the winter time comes in and we start getting all that rain and snow and all that crap. And you could get some questions asked or even some services done by reaching me at don.rumpf here, and you could send me a DM through any of those social medias, Instagram, Facebook, and whatnot.
Hit them up.
Okay. I'll give you my email, but it's too long.
The main man with the game plan, man. How are you helping folks out there, sir?
I'm helping people because of the fact that it's a normal thing that most people have a voice and they want to start podcasting, like the show we have, right? And it doesn't take much. All you need is somebody like me to walk you through the process. I'm offering right now for the month of October for $250. You get 1 month of coaching. Also 1 episode and 10 clips of that episode clicked out for you so you can put on your socials. Get at me at TikTok at Corey Giovanni and IG at Corey Giovanni. And if you happen to find me, come across your feed, holla at your boy.
Holla at your boy. And then me, I'm helping folks, man, that want to get their vacation rental businesses started. I got a link down in the description below. Click that link and you can start your vacation rental business. Thank y'all for joining us on this Monday night. Y'all have a good week and make sure y'all don't forget to click that subscribe button, click that like button, and check in next week. We love y'all, man. Hey.